What's up with it, man? It's the boy Pushman Mitch, host of the No Fluff Podcast. You already know what time it is, man. It's the kid with the swag, the whips. You already know the rest. But I got one of my homies in here, my big homie right here. This the big honcho, not the little one. Make sure y'all tap in and watch the whole episode because I'm giving away $100. You never know where I'm going to drop that nugget at, so make sure you watch the whole thing. Whenever I drop the number to text to, you can be able to win a $100 cash app from Wish Free LLC. But anyways, I got the GOAT in the building, e-com God. I'm talking about really when it comes to just making money, this is who I call. I'll be like, look, I ain't got that much paper right now. How can I get some money real quick? And he gonna tell me to play. So bro,
what's good?
How did you get started off in e-com, bro? I see you all over the world wide web. You know, people say www. This man is all over the world wide web. Bro, how you get started in this?
Bro, I mean, I really got started back in 2017 when I was just looking for a way to make money. Just got kicked out of school, you know, down on my ass, had a kid. And I was just trying to find different ways to make money. I was on YouTube, Google, just searching different ways. I tried stocks, tried all these different things. All of them failed. You know, I tried vending machines. That made me a little bit of paper so that I could actually start investing into e-com. And then 2018 is when I really started doing well. I had my first $60,000 month, and then it kind of just like took off from there. But, you know, I had a lot of failures before that, you know, tons of failures. But, you know, as soon as I started making money, even if it was just $100, I knew it was possible to do it without having a college degree. So that's what really kind of like kicked it off.
So you smell blood. That's how I was. I smell blood, bro. I started driving Uber. I made more money than I made working at 9 to 5s, bro. And I had a pretty good job. So when I smelled blood driving Uber, I was like, yo, if I really figure this out, it's gonna make sense.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So I can see that part where you went through that part. So talk about the vending machines. I didn't even know you started off with vending machines. So how does that work? So you started off and made money to invest in yourself in vending machines? Explain that. What's that look like?
So bro, this was like my first hustle. And I actually still have 31 vending machines right now across the country. Yeah, so back in 2017, again, I was just looking for a way to make money, and me and my brother started up a vending machine company called Vending Incorporated.
Okay.
And what we would do is we didn't even have a car, so we would just walk around to all of our local barbershops, hotels, apartment complexes, and just ask them if they needed a vending machine for free. We tried it a different way, so we tried to tax them and stuff like that, but the best way to do it is we would give them a vending machine for free so that it's an accommodation to them. And then we would also pay them a commission. All right, so we never paid them rent, but we paid them a commission of whatever the vending machine made. So during this time, the vending machine, this was during like around, you know, when it started booming, like 2020, during the pandemic, we was doing like $4,000 to $5,000 per month.
Damn.
But bro, before I got my first yes, I got hundreds of no's. I mean, to the point where we were like down on our last, and then me and my brother, we put on our 2 suits and we walked down to this building. It was called Innovation. It was this big building. And when we went in there, I always remember, you never asked to speak to the front person. Like, you never ask them any questions. You always ask to speak to the manager. Because they don't really care what's going on. They just there to collect the paycheck. But the manager, they going to listen to you.
Right.
So we asked them, we were like, yo, you know, can we speak to the manager? You know, we have a great business opportunity for you. She was like, well, they're in a meeting right now. They're going to be in a meeting for like 2 hours. She's like, if you want to wait, you could just wait over there. So we waited there for 2 hours until the manager came down. And she was just like, look, you know, we're in an ironclad contract right now with Coca-Cola, but if anything changes, you know, we'll go ahead and shoot you a call. So we had these little business cards that we got from Staples. It was like $15 for like 1,000 business cards. So we gave her one of the business cards. A week went by, nothing happened. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. On the 5th week, she called back. She was like, just got out of the contract with Coca-Cola, and she was ready for 6 vending machines. So the money that I had just been saving up and money that my brother had been saving up, we bought 6 vending machines and staffed there building with it, bro. We were broke at the time, so now we're really broke, but we were just all depending on these vending machines to bring us some type of income. So, you know, it started bringing us some income. We took that money, and I found econ, started investing into marketing, and I lost a lot of money first starting off with ecom. Lost $5,000 my first product, lost another $10,000 my second product. But again, I knew that it was possible because I had made $100 before I lost that $5,000. So it's like, if I can make $100 from doing this passively whilst I'm sleeping, then if I lose $5,000 in the process, then I know it's possible to make $100, $200,000 because I've seen it. I already seen people do it. That's how I got the message.
So you made $100 with ecom?
Yeah, I made $100.
And that lets you know that if you can make 100, you can make 100,000.
That's what let me know. Yeah.
Okay. So what was that $100 like? How you make the $100?
So I made it from these little balls, right? There's these little sticky balls that you throw up on the ceiling, and you throw them up and then they come back down to you. And I actually did it like organically. So I started off just ordering the sticky balls, and then I was making content with it, throwing it up. And then I got, I think it was like 7 sales or like 10 sales or something like that. and it was $100. And then I was like, oh shit, the money I was getting from my vending machines, I put $5,000 into marketing. And just, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, I didn't see an opportunity. I put $5,000 into marketing, blew the entire $5,000 basically. Right. My cost per click was super high. My CTR was super low. My conversion rate was less than 1%. And basically I was just kind of relying on my organic traffic. So I scrapped that product, found a new product, and that product made me 10 grand. So the money that I had made, the 10 grand that I made, I reinvested it back into marketing. And then the next month I made 60 grand from that 10 grand. And then I just kind of like kept building up.
All right, cool. We're not going to fast pace through that. You made the next month you made 60 grand.
The next month I made 60 grand.
How?
So this was
what was the information gap that got closed in between that time? Like, what did you learn that made you go to 60 grand?
I knew how to, number one, I knew how to do my creatives better now. I knew not to just take a lump sum of money and put it into one creative. I learned how to do ad spreads. So instead of just taking all my money and investing into one ad creative, now I did an ad set of 10 creatives, and I would put $50 in these 10 ad sets, and then the algorithm would bring me back which one is performing the best. And then from that, I would narrow it down to 5, and then I'll put $100 in these 5, narrow it down to 3, put $500 in these 3, narrow it down to 1. Now I have a targeted ad set that knows exactly where the audience is. I have the highest COV, I have a high CTR, and my cost per click is super low. Now I have a targeted ad that I know exactly who's interacting with it, okay? People in the age group of 18 to 24 in the western part of the world who eat hot dogs on Tuesday, bro. Like, I mean, I know exactly who to target from this one ad set because I've narrowed it down so much. So instead of taking your money and just investing it all into one creative, you have to do an ad set and then use your money correctly, bro. If you have $100, you can make that $100 spread. Put $10 into each ad set instead of putting that whole $100 into one ad set when you don't know exactly who to target. A lot of people don't know who to target, so how are you ever supposed to see results? You're just putting it out to the world.
Did you teach yourself ads?
Yeah, I taught myself everything.
That's crazy. Like, so me in particular, bro, I had to pay an ads guy to really, that's how I learned ads. I paid the ads guy and then I made him explain to me why he was doing what he was doing. But a lot of people, like, if you really don't care to understand about the ads, you'll really never be successful because an ads guy can do whatever you want. He could put, like, I set up a Facebook ads manager account. They'll put them ads any damn way. I want them specifically where people going to see them. So everything that you just said, I know you was using the word CTR, like click-through rate, all these different words that you have to know about ads to even understand what it means. But it's just ode to you. Like, it's showing like how much you care about the business and how I can see why you grew to where you grew. Because a lot of people be like, I just pay my ads guy and I just let him do what he do. But if you I can't even hire ads guy really if I don't even know what I'm talking about. Because that means that anybody come out the street, hey, I can run your ads, Mitch. I'm like, all right, go ahead and run them. And then if I never check behind him to see if he's doing the right thing, I won't even know how to do it. So that's important, bro. It's crazy. So you went from $100, then you went to going to 60 grand, and you said you was blowing $5,000 just to get the $100. And now you know how to do everything right? So now you at a place where what? Like how much are you making now in the e-com world?
So I was making, at the age of 19, I was a millionaire. Oof. Yeah, so at the age of, from 18, I had about $300-400 grand. And at the age of 19, I became like an official millionaire.
Okay.
And like the gap through that was just accelerating the process. So I already know exactly what to do. Now I just got to do it on a bigger scale. A lot of people, they know what they want to do, but they haven't even started yet. So the first step is starting. The next step is failing. The next step is, okay, you learn from your failures. Now it's time to accelerate the process and just keep doing it, rinse and repeating the process. So now that I know exactly what to do, now I can do that and take that $100 grand and make $1 million from it because I know that my ROAT is at a 10. And then for those who don't know what a ROAT is, it means return on ad spend. So if I put 10 grand into a 10 ROAT, I'm getting 10 times my money back. I'm making 100 grand. But in February, we had a 13 ROAT. I was putting, 20 grand a month in ads, getting over 200 grand back. And that's just because, you have to know how to do it. Most people, you have to take those steps. You have to take those trial and error steps and learn how to do it first. So when I was 17 years old, it was like me and my brother, we used to talk about this type of stuff every single day, in a 2-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the floor. We used to talk about this stuff like when I'm this age, we're going to be driving, what color is your Lambo? So it's also just like getting into the mindset that it's possible too. So at a young age, I already knew that it was possible. Even if you are working a 9-to-5 or at a college, you got to realize that that's not your end situation. Like it's possible to get out of that situation, but you just have to expand your mindset. So really it all starts with your mentality.
That's facts. So you young now. You keep talking about at a young age, I knew this. You young. How old you is now?
22.
This man 22 talking about at a young age. You still at a young age. So they say this, right? They say most people hit their financial stride like in their early 40s, or their 40s or their late 40s, right? So now you hit your financial stride at a very early age. This comes with a lot of trials and tribulations. Like how do you, because I see you, not only are you making money, but you also have a large social media presence. How do you manage your work-life balance? Like how are you able to balance everything with like a certain variety of fame and making a lot of money?
It's all about like organization and, just like realizing why you do what you do. So my main thing is to educate people on how they can do it. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. But I never, I always remember to keep in touch with reality. So a lot of people, they get out of touch with reality. They're like, well, I want to make $1 billion, but you haven't even made $1 million yet. You haven't even made 100 grand yet.
Right.
So it's like I always got to stay in the scope of reality, even though the most I've made was $4 million in a week. Just like I'm not gonna say I want to make $1 billion in a year.
Right.
Nah, you got to start off at incremental steps. So I always try to keep like a narrow head, and for the fame and stuff like that, I mean, I don't even like recognize it really. I just, again, I want to impact as many people as I can, and if that comes with the fame and stuff like that, then so be it. But if I can just impact one person, then I've done my job. Okay. So if I can help one person, which I've already done, I've helped countless people, but if I can just help like one person every single day become financially free, or even if it's not become financially free, but just expand their mindset, just like become a better person, realize that you don't have to be trapped in this 9-to-5 world, this this systematic world. Realize that you have so much more to yourself than to be trapped in this system. Then I've done my job, bro. That's all it really is.
Okay, cool. So have you worked a 9-to-5 before?
I haven't, nah.
Never worked a 9-to-5?
Funny story is that when I moved from England, I got my papers at 19 years old. By the time I got my papers, I was already a millionaire. I wasn't even eligible to get a job.
That's crazy. So wait, so you're from England. All right, so hold on. All right, so a lot of people don't know your ethnicity. So I asked you before, but this is going to be dope for everybody to know because I hear the accent. It's like a couple things going on here, bro. See, one of my favorite artists, they're called Western. You know the Western? They from West London. They basically from Jamaica, though. But they live in London, though, okay. West London, super hard. But your accent is similar to theirs when they like talk. So tell me your ethnicity, first of all.
So I'm British, Lebanese, and Ghanaian.
Okay, cool. So this means that what? Like, so how is I know a lot of people migrate over to, the UK from over there. So how does that happen? How did your family get over there? Like, what's the origin?
So my grandparents are from Ghana.
Okay.
And then when my grandparents, they moved to England and then had my dad, and then my dad had me in the Netherlands, but then moved to England.
Crazy.
And then I lived in England basically like majority of my life.
Mm-hmm.
After my mother passed away in the Netherlands, we moved to England.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I've just been and my mom's from Lebanon, so she's Lebanese. That's where the Lebanese come into play.
So, and now you here.
Now I'm here, yeah.
Why?
Actually, weird situation. Like my dad, he moved us here when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
From England. And he did it because he just wanted a better opportunity for us. He just thought that there was more in America for us. And, it was hard, bro. Like, it was super, super hard growing up because, growing up without your papers is hard enough alone,
mm-hmm.
just not being able to do things that other people can do. And, just kind of watching my dad, in a sense, struggle to provide for 3 children by himself. It was hard. So my main motivation was I got to give it back to my dad when I make it. I got to.
No, that's a strong why though. And then it's always, that's why I dig deep into that for that story, because a lot of people don't understand that upbringing to a person that becomes the way we move. We're trying to overachieve when we don't have to. So people, I'm gonna break down this analogy for you. We're taught in grade school that the highest grade you can get is an A. And the mentality of the highest grade you can get is an A mixed with there's only one way to get the answer right, it makes people not want to overachieve.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. If me and you had a project in school, you were raised in America, right? Me and you got a school project, it's to do on Martin Luther King. We do this Martin Luther King. If I go to Martin Luther King's remaining parents, our remaining, ancestors, right? Anybody's from the lineage of Martin Luther King, and I get them to come to the school and speak. I get the mayor to give us a grant for all of these different things for the school. I'm going to just get an A.
Yeah.
If you just do a poster board, you're going to get an A.
Yeah.
So why would I ever do all of that to overachieve?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. So mentally, if I teach you that growing up, that the highest grade you can get is an A, you really won't try to overachieve.
Exactly.
So you came from a different circumstance, and people who come from harder circumstance tend to be people who try to overachieve or overexcel. So that's an ode to kind of your upbringing mixed with, you know, just something that was given to you. It's like you was born with it. Because I'm pretty sure you've had students or people you try to teach to do something, and then you're like, yo, I don't see why you're not just doing it. It's simple.
Yeah.
But they just won't do it.
Yeah.
So talk about a time where you've helped somebody, and no matter what you did, they wouldn't be able to do it themselves.
I mean, it wasn't even really a student. It was a family member, and it was an auntie of mine, who she still lives in England, and she was trying to get started with e-comm, and you know, I sent her my course for free, like, and I gave her like mentoring for free, put her in coaching groups for free, and it was more like she just wanted a handout instead of actually trying to do the work.
Right.
I'm busy, bro. I don't have time to give anybody give me a handout. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, everybody wants a handout, but it's just like I gave you the steps. I gave you literally the blueprint to do it yourself. But it was more so like she wanted to, you know, me to hold her hand in the process and stuff like that. I
Right.
didn't have time to.
People don't understand that hurts them more than actually getting the money or getting something from you. So me in particular, it happens for me all the time. So not like I even till today. Like I get people that, you know, that's close to me or that knew me growing up or that, you know, I do wish them well. I might even try to help them. I might give them like entry to like one of my masterminds or something like that. And they'll still come and they'll be like, yeah, man, I really like what you're doing. And, you know, I just need a little bit extra help though. Like,
Yeah.
like that was extra help. I just gave you extra help. But as soon as you give them money though, you actually handicapping them because that's just gonna make them be like, I don't have to figure out how to do it myself because all I gotta do is hit you up. And then also you handicapping them because they'll never try to learn. And you're gonna be like, damn, every time that I'm about to go up and elevate, I gotta pull you up with me.
Exactly.
And that's holding you down. So at the end of the day, you want them to help themselves by teaching them how to fish. Most people don't like fishing. So
Exactly.
nigga like me, I'm trying to give you the hooks, the rods, the bait. But if you don't want to take it, I gotta let you slide. So some of us gotta understand that, you know, just making a decision to not help someone helps them.
Yeah.
Because I had to do that with like one of my, I'll give you a story about my brother. My brother, he's like 2 master's degrees in business. He's super smart. This nigga can do anything and everything in the world, literally. Nigga can build a house, I'm sure. But he just lacked confidence. So I was enabling him for years, bro. I'm talking about like, yeah, don't worry about it. No matter how much productive you is, you're gonna get money because I'm getting money, right?
Yeah.
But then as soon as I pulled the cork on him, he got frustrated at first because I didn't want him to have to, like if I passed away, he wouldn't be able to handle the ship, you know what I'm saying? So I just cut him off for a little. I said, let me just do that for a second and see what he'll do. And then when I gave him the opportunity to do it, he did it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you literally take it away from him, they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I actually can do this without him. And then that's kind of how you help them. So that's all I'm trying to say. Like some people, they look at it weird when we say stuff like that. Oh yeah, y'all successful now, but I used to help you. You used to sleep on my couch.
Yeah.
Like bro, at the end of the day, you got to be able to handle your own things because everybody's the main character of their own movie.
Exactly.
So since you the main character of the Honcho movie, bro, I want you to tell everybody how to become the star of the film like Will Smith, you know what I'm saying, I Am Legend. So how do we get to making how much money that you make now in e-com? Give us a tip to walk away from watching this whole episode today and be able to go make some money.
So if we're speaking like financially speaking and just like wanting to make money, first you have to like believe that you can do it. So you have to have the self-belief. That's number one. Because your friends and your family, they're not going to believe in you. You know, you tell your dreams to all these other people, they're most likely, they might praise you, but low-key, they don't believe in you. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have enough self-belief for all of these different people in yourself. So, like, doesn't matter if you fail. It's just like, I know, you have to be, like, delusional in a sense, to the point where it's like, I know that this is the right thing to do so much that I don't care if I fail over and over and over again, and I don't care how many people tell me that it's the wrong thing. I know that it's the right thing to do. And number two, you have to have consistency. So consistency and discipline go hand in hand. You have to be able to say, like, I'm not just going to be doing this for the next 3-4 months, but I'm going to be doing this for the next 3, 4, 5 years. Because when you look at the most successful people in the world, or even if you just look at like bodybuilders, people in the Olympics, where they train decades to get to where they're at. I mean, it would be unreasonable for you to go to the gym for a week and then see results. But if you go to the gym for 10 years, it's inevitable that you'll see results. It's the exact same thing in business. If you focus on this business for 10 years, it would literally be unreasonable for you not to see results. It's inevitable. It's how the world works.
Got you.
And you have to start looking for success. You know, the world has a way of giving you what you look for, what you constantly search for. You know, you want to find drugs, you're going to find the drugs. You want to find a club, you're going to find a club. If you're out here looking for success, you're most likely going to find success.
I like that.
So if you can do that and you can stay consistent, you can have discipline, and you believe in yourself, then it will literally be unreasonable for you not to become successful. But
one strategy though, they gotta be able to take something. I saw other than the mindset piece, other than the discipline piece. After they got their mindset right, they disciplined, they decided to be consistent. Where can they focus one thing on? Like give them one play, they can go make out some money today.
All right, so what you want to do is you want to go to TikTok Trend Discovery.
Ooh.
All right, you want to search for a product.
Mm-hmm.
You want to counter that product with a website called dropship.io.
Okay.
This is going to give you extra product research. Your goal is to find a trending product. Once you find a trending product, now you want to start organically promoting that product. Here's what you do. You post 4 to 6 videos a day. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to post 4 to 6 videos a day. You could do something called busting creatives. So you go to musicallydown.com, you copy the link from the TikTok video that you found, a creative, you post it in there, it's going to give you the video without a watermark. If you post a video with a watermark, they're going to suppress your content. You do that 4 times a day. It's going to take you a couple minutes to do that. 4 times a day. Make sure that you have 20 videos in the draft section if it's a new account. The thing is that TikTok, they only push people who post on their platform. So if you're new, if you have 20 videos in the draft, they're like, okay, this person is gonna get ready to post all these videos. So let me push them even more out to the algorithm. Now, when you're posting your videos, you have to make sure that you use hashtags, you have to make sure that you use trending sounds, and you have to make sure that you keep your video under 15 seconds. If you do that every single day, 4 to 6 videos a day, you will make money. I can guarantee it. But a lot of people—
Actionable steps. I love it.
A lot of people, nobody's ever come to me, use that strategy, and said that they haven't made money. The only time that they come and say that they haven't made money, I say, how many videos you post? Oh, I posted 50 videos. Bro, it's 120. Consistency. Like I said, it's all about consistency. You might not see the first video, but all you need is one video to make you 100 grand. There's one video, I have 5 million likes, maybe 100 grand, one video.
Damn. Actionable steps. Not only the actionable steps, but how many you need, where you need to go. Y'all don't have no excuse. He just said he never heard somebody come to him and say they did that strategy and they didn't get money.
And another thing, make sure that when you get your product, you want to combat it with also products on Amazon. Everything that you can find that's being dropshipped, you can find on Amazon too. And you want to undercut the market by at least like 5 to 10%. You want to be the lowest on the market so that you're highly rated on SEO, on the Google platform, on Google Trends. If you're the lowest price on the market and you're undercutting your competitors, then you're going to be highly promoted on SEO on Google. So not only do you save around $2,000 to $4,000 on Google marketing, you're also highly optimized on Google too. 97% of people don't go past the first page of Google. You have to make sure that you're on that first page of Google so that people are able to see you. I mean, you have to ask yourself that question. If you're looking for something, do you ever go past the first page? No. You click on the one on the first page. You want to be that person on the first page that's going to be able to make some money. Got you.
So now what y'all got to understand is SEO, search engine optimization, is probably the most under talked about thing that I've heard in business. Yeah. And he just this is how y'all got to understand what y'all talking to a genius mind. Because not only did he tell y'all about the consistency piece, the marketing piece, about all of these different strategies, but he's telling y'all about things that everybody is not telling y'all. SEO is probably one of the most important things. Every time you go out of town and go stay at a hotel, you're Googling it. Every time you go to a restaurant out of town, you're probably going to Google it. Even when y'all using TikTok, y'all probably Google so-and-so TikToks in this area, and it's going to be the top Google. Yeah. SEO, search engine optimization, is priority number one. Even I would say over ads.
Absolutely.
Because people who really run ads, you got to think about this. If someone were to find your website or your actual page or your business, they would actually have to know the exact name of your business. Because if they just Google whatever you do, yours won't pop up. Everybody else is going to pop up that paid for SEO or made sure that website was the best on Google. They're going to be able to be seen before yours. So people like himself who prioritize it, they always make more money than people like that don't do it. So make sure y'all tap in with my boy. So that was crazy. So now I can even tell that you even getting better on the education piece. So you teach what you do, not only do what you do, which is what I like. I seen you with the water gun joint. I'm about to buy like 30 of them joints off you. So basically, you're coaching that as well. So tell us about how, what that looks like. So do you do like any type of conferences or how does that work?
Yeah, bro. I actually have a 5-day conference coming up.
Okay.
And I'm going to give basically the blueprint on how you can get started if you're a beginner all the way to advanced. Ooh. You're with me for 5 days, never seen anybody do it. We're because I haven't done it before, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like,
No. So that's why I seen that because you don't even sell a course. You just give away a free ebook.
yeah, free ebook.
So that's why it's so dope. So he's a person who does what he does. He gives free content every day. Like you said, 4 videos a day, and he doesn't even sell a course, but he's about to do a 5-day online conference. This dude is making a lot of money. So if I was y'all, like, I mean, I am gonna go to the conference because I need to know this. Like me, whenever I get a lot of money, I want to figure out where to put the money to make me more money. So what he does is definitely the definition of something that does that. So you got a 5-day online conference. When is it gonna be?
It is June 19th.
June 19th?
Starts June 19th.
Okay, cool.
I want to make sure everybody's there because I'm going to be giving away all the game, no holding back. 5 days. This ain't just a 1-day thing. You're with me for 5 days. I'm going to unveil everything on how you can go from 0 to 100,000 and from 100,000 to 1 million and from 1 million to 10 million.
That's a bold statement. So make sure you're there. We're going to drop the website right below this video. Make sure y'all follow my brother on Instagram and on TikTok. You can say your handles, but I'm going to drop them right underneath. What's the handles where your Instagram and social media?
Hey, Honcho.
A Honcho, but Honcho is not spelled like Honcho. How you spell that Honcho, bro?
I put an X where it's supposed to be the U.
There you go. So look, they're going to be like, I don't see this guy, man. No, but this is a very influential guy. He's younger than me. I look up to him. Y'all dig what I'm saying? Y'all need to look up to people like this. It's okay to cheat off people in school and get the answers to the test, but y'all don't want to cheat off the business owners that are making millions of dollars. I don't understand the premise. So this is a person who you want to copy off their cheat sheet and you don't got to check the answers afterwards. My brother, I appreciate you for tapping in. This is the first video we did at the end of the video where we giving out the $100 Cash App. Text Honcho to 404-737-1374, and we're going to give somebody a $100 Cash App. Matter of fact, for the first people who actually say to text this number, we're going to send you a link to his 5-day challenge, and if you sign up, we'll give you a $500 Cash App. The first 2 people. There we go. So big money. You feel me? So look, everybody make
1,000.
You feel me? Quick, fast, and just because I want y'all to be able to win, I want y'all to be able to level up. So for those first 2 people who text that number, we're gonna give y'all a $500 Cash App just for the streets. And then you know you gotta post it on the story and tag me and Honcho on Instagram just to make sure you guys have money because I be giving away these Cash Apps. They don't want to tag me, nothing. So make sure y'all tap on my boy. This is No Fluff the Podcast, aka that swag whips and bag, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We out of here. You feel me?